What if I told you there's a system right now that can do most of your daily work, faster than you, cheaper than you, and without ever taking a break? And it's not some future tech, it's already being used. Right now, people are quietly replacing entire workflows with AI. Not just small tasks, entire jobs. Content creation, marketing, customer support, research, editing, all of it. And the craziest part? Most people don't even realize how simple the system actually is. Here's what's really happening. Most jobs today are built on repetition. You open the same tools, you follow the same steps, you produce the same type of output over and over again. Write, edit, send, analyze, repeat. That's exactly what AI is built for. Not creativity, not genius thinking. Repetition at scale. And once you understand that, everything changes. Because instead of thinking about your job as something unique, you start seeing it as a process. And any process can be automated. So let's break down the exact workflow that's replacing people right now. It starts with one thing: input. Every job begins with some kind of request, a task, a goal, an idea. Instead of a human figuring it out, AI takes that input and turns it into structured output instantly. You don't brainstorm for hours anymore. You give a clear instruction and get a result in seconds. But here's where most people get it wrong. They give weak inputs and expect strong outputs. That's why they think AI isn't that good. Meanwhile, people who understand how to structure prompts are getting results that look like they came from professionals. Same tool, different mindset. Once the input is strong, the next step is generation. This is where AI replaces the bulk of human work. Writing emails, creating scripts, building marketing campaigns, generating ideas, structuring content. Things that used to take hours now take minutes. And not just rough drafts, usable output. Ready to publish, ready to send, ready to scale. Then comes visuals. Design used to be a bottleneck. You needed skills, software, revisions, feedback. Now, you describe what you want, and it appears. Thumbnails, graphics, product images, even full video sequences. No waiting, no back and forth. Just instant execution. But the real power isn't in doing one task faster. It's in connecting everything together. This is where the workflow becomes dangerous. Because once you link generation with automation, you remove the need for constant human input. Content gets created, scheduled, published, and distributed automatically. Emails get written and sent. Responses get triggered. Data gets processed. All in the background. No employee required. And then comes the final piece: optimization. The system doesn't just run, it learns. It analyzes performance. It identifies what works. It adjusts outputs over and over again. So instead of a person improving over time, the system improves faster, without breaks, without burnout. Now think about that for a second. If your job is based on doing the same type of work repeatedly, what happens when a system can do it continuously? This isn't about fear. It's about awareness. Because the shift already happened. Companies are no longer asking, who should we hire? They're asking, what can we automate? And that changes everything. But here's the part most people miss. This is also the biggest opportunity, because the same system that replaces jobs also gives individuals insane leverage. One person can now run what used to require an entire team. One person can produce content daily, launch products, build audiences, scale businesses, without hiring anyone. The difference is simple. Some people are being replaced by AI. Others are using AI to replace everyone else. So the real question is not whether this workflow exists. It does. The real question is whether you're going to use it. Because ignoring it doesn't stop it. It just puts you behind. If you want to start, don't overcomplicate it. Take one task you do every day, just one, and ask yourself, can this be turned into a prompt? Can this be turned into a system? Then test it, refine it, improve it. That's how it starts. Not with replacing everything at once, but with replacing one small piece, then another, until eventually, you're not doing the work anymore. You're running the system. And once you reach that point, you're no longer competing as an individual. You're operating with leverage. And in this new landscape, leverage is everything. Because the people who understand systems will always outperform the people doing manual work. Not because they're smarter, but because they're faster, more scalable, more efficient. So don't wait until this becomes obvious. By then, it's already too late. Start now. Learn how these workflows work. Experiment, build. Because the people who figure this out early won't just survive this shift, they'll dominate it.